not respect. Expected SNP after breaking own rules 1,700 times in 4 years. The SNP-led Scottish Government has broken its rules on paying businesses within 30 days almost 1,700 times. Rules put forward by former Scottish First Minister Alex Salmond's government made clear that any contractor who undertakes work for the Scottish Government should be paid within 30 days. But FOA data revealed that SNP ministers failed to meet its 30-day deadline for 1,694 valid invoices since 2016. The numbers have steadily increased from 183 in 2016-17 to 527 in 2020-21. Elsewhere, the data also reveals 1,426 invoices that were disputed were also paid over 30 days between 2016 and 2020. Holyrood opposition parties and business chiefs claimed the data showed SNP ministers could be driving small firms out of business because of late payments. Liz Smith MSP Scottish Conservative finance spokesman, said, late payments to suppliers is an issue the SNP have failed to get on top of for far too long. The numbers have steadily increased from 183 in 2016-17 to 527 in 2020-21. Elsewhere, the data also reveals 1,426 invoices that were disputed were also paid over 30 days between 2016 and 2020. Holyrood opposition parties and business chiefs claimed the data showed SNP ministers could be driving small firms out of business because of late payments. Liz Smith MSP Scottish Conservative finance spokesman, said, late payments to suppliers is an issue the SNP have failed to get on top of for far too long. They are failing to meet their own rules that were set up in the early days of them arriving into power. As we look to accelerate our economic recovery, this simply cannot continue. The Scottish Conservatives would introduce penalties to blacklist companies who repeatedly fail to pay their supply chains, temporarily banning them from bidding for public contracts. Quite rightly, businesses expect to be paid on time, not least because their workforces depend on that income. Andrew McRae, policy chairman at the Federation of Small Business Scotland, added, thousands of good Scottish businesses go bust every year because of late payment. They simply don't have the resources to wait for big companies to do the right thing and pay up. It is even more frustrating when local firms don't get paid on time when they're a subcontractor on a public sector project backed with taxpayer cash. We need to see more effort from governments north and south of the border to help us end the chronic late payment culture that plagues our small business community and forces successful firms under. The stark figures come after a government survey conducted in December 2020 revealed that 75% of subcontractors working on Scottish Government construction projects were not paid on time. In response, a Scottish Government spokesman said, the Scottish Government directly spent £369 million on goods and services to support the delivery of public services in 2019-20, paying 99% of valid invoices within 10 days. We are working with contractors, and continue to collaborate with the Construction Leadership Forum, to monitor payments throughout the supply chain. The laws which apply in Scotland and Northern Ireland are different from those in England and Wales. The Scottish Parliament has in consequence very much more influence than its Welsh counterpart, and the Scottish Government, a name confusingly used for both government and executive, has the role of a civil service for Scotland, with a social policy in its own right. The administrative structure in Northern Ireland is significantly different. Personal social services are the responsibility of the Health Board, as they are in the Republic of Ireland, and social security and housing fall under the Department for Social Development. This framework changes frequently. The most important changes in recent years have been the reformation of the Department of Social Security into the Department of Work and Pensions, the significant transfer of income maintenance to the Inland Revenue, now HMRC, for Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, and the demolition of the Department of Transport, the Regions and Local Government, whose key social policy responsibilities were placed in the office of the Deputy Prime Minister and have now been relocated mainly into communities and local government. At departmental level, There is a wide range of national agencies, not listed in the table which follows, which have specialist functions in relation to issues like procurement, IT and finance. Some have expert or advisory roles.